Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to the city, I caught his scent in the air. A little, but mostly, I smelled homeless people and gasoline. Why did you go all the way out here, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines, where we grew up. I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years if I had to. I even got a job at a hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognize me. I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while, and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I can think of. But you knew it was me, right? I knew it was you. You hadn't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I love to wait and see what you're doing, dear. But I've been a patient girl for far too long. Dear Diary, Friday, Jack Friday. I knew he changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for when we were married. I want a real one to follow my first name, Jack Friday. It made me giggle when I saw it on your employee records, darling. I just had to peek, nothing more. Just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next time I saw you, we lived right next to each other? I know you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I've waited this long already. I've prepared for you so much. Maybe you won't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please. P.S. One other thing, darling. That street where you live, isn't it a terrible part of town? Run down and cheap and even dangerous? I haven't been here for long, but I think that's right. Is that part of your game too? And working in the store? That must be it as well. Someone like you should never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. And isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anymore, anywhere. I want you all for me. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? No. No. I shouldn't doubt you, I know. The rent is cheap at least, very cheap. But more important than that or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you, it will make me drunk. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I shouldn't have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of rats or roaches living in the apartment, or crack addicts for that matter, and I wouldn't give a damn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, just back from a quick jog. Gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know, I know. I should have kept an eye on them. But I've been doing this for long enough, you know. The brownies are perfect. Not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you. And yet you. I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go sleep. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me, so I have to show him I have what it takes. This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace, I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl. But she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, my plate too, of cookies. And there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy too, I guess. I cut myself on a shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in, just as I got cut. He must have sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood from a wound so small. The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was going to vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. Dear Diary, I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half of those times, I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asking me to go somewhere with her or to chat. And she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She became a real bother, honestly, but I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack after all. Thought, of course, she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she doesn't really know Jack. But now I know what he's pretending to be like. He told Grace that he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay, though. She believes you. That dumb little. Dear Diary, I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign, so that I know you remember. One sign. Anything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. I'm pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog. That'll be that. Good as new. But this also means that he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No, no. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together. Without me. August 16. Terrible day, really awkward. Anna was hovering around me all day. I swear she was here for more than 2 shifts. How the hell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's only gone now, and it's after midnight. I guess I should mark this as 17 then, not the 16th. Well, who cares? Now I have to write in the dark, but that's fine. I don't see it being a problem. So, not long after, did I write about how Anne came to see me at the store that one time? Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anne over for dinner. She could have told me before asking Anne. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have an excuse to say no. But I mean, she only told me about the dinner a few hours before it. Yes, I was preparing for a really relaxed evening, and all of a sudden Grace says we should start making dinner. And oh no, I forgot to tell you, Jack. I shouldn't be so bitter and childish. People forget. It happens. She didn't mean anything bad by it. It still rubbed me the wrong way though. Anne was going to invade my home and be there for hours. And I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure. I shouldn't have sent her packing the first time I saw her. And then when she moved in next to us, and a million things after that. Million times after that. Yeah, it seems that there's some issues with the spelling here. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah. Dinner. The food tasted amazing, Jack. Thanks. I barely made anything. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. That's incredibly how you could make anything decent in the oven we have, Grace. Aw, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I bet you never seen a greasier oven, Anne. I swear to God. I tried to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owner did to it to make it that dirty. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yes. The light in the oven barely works. Don't get me started on the heating. It's so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good. Well, you say, Anna. It's tasty. It reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. What? What with that? All of a sudden. Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No, I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I have to. I'm fine without it. Alright. It's a shame though. Though? Jack? Yeah? What is it, Grace? I'm with Anne on this one. You are? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head, I I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now, be a man. It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can be. You have to agree, Jack. I didn't reply. I was eviscerating a chicken drumstick. And, um, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack. That's enough! I banged my fist on the table. I was immediately ashamed that I lost my temper, but I couldn't back down. This has got to do with me, and me only. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. Do you understand? Why are you so... Oh, it's no good. I never gotten this angry before. I need to be alone. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. I could still hear their murmurs and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? What are you... Are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry. I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you do just one thing for me? Just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please, say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me I was being childish as hell. But in the end, my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy now? I wanted things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change. Because for once, I was happy. I... Well, I'm sorry. You should be. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17. I came back hours later, after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty, her things were gone, but I only realized that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table, next to our half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the letter too, her key to the apartment. I remember the letter word for word, so why don't I write it down here? Wouldn't that be fun? Jack, it said, I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable. And I can't help you, and I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to sign the message. I wouldn't have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I'd seen that same handwriting during our brief year together, on dozens, if not hundreds of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milks, things like that. There were in fact at least half a dozen of the yellow post-its she used still around the apartment. Seeing them hurt. There were a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken with her too. Socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf, one pair of shoes, a sweater she really liked too. She would have worn the sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence on how much of a hurry she'd be and to get away from me. Now I know better. Morning, everyone. The pages all greet her. I do, too. Well, well, I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Well, do you feel better? Does the leg still hurt? I'm a little better, I guess. At peace. That's great. You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home. I laugh like hell. Anna probably didn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter, though. Remembering the pain she caused me has given me convictions. My heart is set on killing her. August 18. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, those, and I feel it. I don't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do, and I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of tracks at a few hundred miles per hour, no turns, no brakes. Whatever happens will happen. It's strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on riding. I know a good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent that first night alone on the kitchen floor. It was where my legs happened to give in under me after hours of walking back and forth in the apartment. I had paced around like a caged animal, looking under pillows and carpets and poking my head in closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her there. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought that Grace had done it, that she'd come back. She hadn't. I guess it must have been Anne. I didn't go to work. I didn't eat. I don't remember drinking any water, but I must have. And I must have slept a lot, too. It turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did. Certainly more than she needed me. I was all alone that day, that night, and the day after, too. Right up until the evening. That's when she made her move. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch, shivering. I held to my chest the sweater Grace had left. I was about to slip into uncomfortable sleep when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of the person coming in disappointed me. Hello? Jack? I stared at her. What's wrong? Stare. She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in talking mood. Eventually, she found the letter still on the table, pretending to find it. Oh, Jack. Oh, darling. Go away. You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she? To have hurt you so badly. The sweater was soft against my skin. It smelled of her. I know. I know. She's awful. Let me help. She brought her hand near to my face. I turned my head away. I'm the one who can make you happy, you know? You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise. Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I've last seen Grace, had last touched her, but it was like I had already forgotten a person's warmth. I raised my hand to bat hers away, and I found that I couldn't do it. Instead, I put my hand on hers. I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in me that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was here, and she was whispering that she'd never leave. We made love there on the couch. Afterwards, I used a sweater to wipe the sweat off me. Anna lay next to me, soft and warm, both her hands wrapped around one of mine. In the morning, after a long, long night, Anna looked at me and asked me a question. I'm tired. Aren't you? Uh huh. I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you? I don't know. I won't go to work. I hadn't thought at all about work. It was irrelevant. That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with? Sure. Yes. My partner had a perfectly working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay there a while. Until you feel better, she told me. What do you say? I said yes. And that's how it went. I don't feel shame for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is, I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do those things. Watching myself get tricked and cheat on Grace and live with that woman who caused so much misery to so many people. I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did, and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. That one whole month is something I like to forget and to never remember. So I won't write about it or about anything more. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is then. It's goodbye. So, goodbye, GF. I woke up and found the room dark.